follow me. So,
Nah, well, those people were dumb.
but yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to be the Privateers meeting the Big Girls in our first stream game here. So, of course, the Privateers, top team in our Leaves division for this season, so they had a pretty strong season for themselves. And then on the other side of the ball, Big Girls were not the strongest. They still made it to the playoffs, but they didn't have the strongest of records. So we'll have to see if they can take out the Privateers. Just in terms of record, would be the favorite. And yeah, we'll have to see what they can do here. Of course, Privateers in this one looking like they're going to be represented by H. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to call them all game. Class A, and then as well they got leveled. So three big names there who've been having good seasons for themselves. Yeah, and it should be very good to watch. And then Big Girls, not sure exactly who they'll be bringing into this game yet. So far, they've had Molakoa and Johnny playing most, if not all, of their games, and then Spark Nova was their third most played player. Train wreck of words, but yeah. So we'll have to see who they are bringing into this one when they join the lobby. But yeah, General Mills, what do you think that either one of these teams are going to need to do to kind of pull away with this win?
Well, just looking at the standings, the Privateers were the number one seed in their division. Big Girls coming in, just barely avoiding the best of one play-in game. But between the two teams, there's only a two game win differential. So I don't think the matchup is as bad for the Big Girls as the stats look. Looking at individual players, I think the Privateers have been passing the ball a lot to H, and he's been doing their dirty work. So I'd really be looking for the Big Girls to be going after H and trying to shut him down early. I think if they can do that, they'll have a pretty good shot of getting Molikoa and Johnny to start stepping up.
Yeah, well, it does look like the Big Girls are going to be bringing in Molakoa, Johnny, and Macklish as their third, so it's a strong lineup as well. I am fairly familiar with Macklish because he has played in Boost Cup last season, so seen a lot of him, and he's a very strong player. But we're going to be getting underway here with our first semifinal, and it's immediately off onto the wall where Macklish finds it straight down to Class A. Nearly gets a bit of a dribble going, but can't quite get it done. Leveled, putting a shot on Molakoa there for a save. Now it's Johnny with a big flick. Don't know if that's on net. Class A's there anyway. Now it's Molakoa in the corner. Gives up the ball. Falls to Macklish. H gets a touch. That's off the backboard. H nearly gets it blocked in there, but couldn't quite fall. Now leveled. Losing a bit of control in the middle. Falls to Molakoa, who gets a bit dunked here. Molakoa, of course, in his return season after taking Season 2 off. So, he's been having a good season for himself there. A demo in goal on Molakoa, so trying to spoil his return to the stream here, but that's going to be H dribbling it downfield. Molakoa puts it all the way back, but nothing really happening so far for either team in terms of solid offense.
No, Llama. They seem to be both taking it pretty cautious, trying not to overcommit, and just probing each other's defenses, seeing where each other team's weak.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a best of 5 series, so they do have some time to play around with that. And oh, as I say that, H comes flying in off of a good pass from Leveled, and he collects the first goal of the series.
Yeah, Leveled coming in with the bump there on Molikoa definitely might have given H the opening to get that shot.
And it's a big one for sure. We're only a minute and 20 into this one, and it's already a big 1-0 lead for the Privateers, and the series continues being as back and forth as it has been. That might be a big deal as we have Johnny with a bit of a whiff on the boards, and Macklish puts it back into the corner. H gets demoed. Class A is there to pick it up. Class A, of course, loves his Animus, I believe that is. Everyone else looks to be in the Octane, so he's a bit of the odd man out there, but he makes it work. Molakoa going for a shot. Not quite going to happen there. Johnny puts it back into the middle. Class A clears it. H clears it again. So good team effort there. Puts it into the corner. It's there for leveled if he can get there, and he can.
All right. So we see the leveled coming in with a really nice shot. He just beat Molakoa to the ball there. Threaded it in between the rotation that that orange had. So
yeah, absolutely. And now it's up to a 2-0 lead for the Privateers, and we're not even halfway through this game. So the big girls are going to need the... Ooh, as H nearly sneaks one in there. Good, solid save by Johnny to just 50-50 that one out. But yeah, the big girls are going to need to get some offense going here. That one's just wide, and Leveled's going to collect it. Beat on the wall by Molakoa. I think that's on, not quite in. Johnny as well. It's off the post. And finally, it's cleared out. Oh, no, not totally cleared out. Johnny is there to collect that one, and did a slow ball there, and Class A can finally get a big booming clear into the corner, but some good looks there for big girls. Just couldn't quite turn it into a goal.
absolutely, they had some great positioning too. Every clear that the Privateers seemed to make went straight to a big girls player. So they had to get that booming clear all the way to the other corner just to get the ball away from the net.
Yeah, absolutely. It's well played on the offensive rotation there, but speaking of offensive rotation, it's all three up for the Privateers here, looking to get a third goal to their tally. Class A collects it up into the corner, gets a maybe too big of a center there. Yeah, but either way, it's going to cause a big booming clear from Mac here, and oh, H looks a bit confused on the wall there. Nearly a chance for Molakoa. Doesn't quite happen. Now it's H with a big shot. Finds leveled. No, not quite. Johnny is going to get the clear, and there's a big booming shot. It's off the crossbar. Just about in for Molakoa, but doesn't quite happen. It's off the backboard again. Everybody's up. No one's getting the ball. It finally falls to Class A all the way on the ground, and we're crossing over a minute left in this one. Privateers still up by 2. Big girls are going to need to get something going, get it going now.
They better hurry, but it looks like the Privateers are not going to give them any sort of leeway here. They keep pressing the attack. They're certainly not playing it safe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just high pressure, relentless pressure. It's going to beat them here. H goes up backwards for that one. Doesn't quite get it away. Now it's Class A with a big booming clear into the corner. Looking for some control here. Going to get it down into the middle. He is. Molakoa is below him on the wall, so he wins that one. 20 seconds to go now. Class A is up. Keeping up the pressure here. Molakoa with a bit of a soft clear straight to Leveled. Leveled looking for more. Doesn't quite make it through the defense. And now it's Molakoa on a bit of offense here. We find all three of the Privateers players up. Molakoa bumps Leveled out of the way. Keeps going with the ball. He's not going to get it. I think this one's over for the big girls here as the clock is going to strike 0. And the ball's going to touch the ground. And Privateers take game 1 here in a relatively dominant fashion.
That they did. The shot differential really tells the whole story here. The Privateers really coming out strong with their 9 shots. It's just hard to withstand that level of offense, and even the best defense is going to crack if you throw enough shots at them.
Yeah, absolutely. We did see 9 of those shots coming out from Privateers compared to only 4 on the big girls side. And both of those Privateers goals as well were assisted, so that is definitely something to look out for. I know you mentioned that in the pregame that they were a big passing team and really showing it in this game. So we'll have to see what they can do. Of course, Privateers as a team were both the highest scoring and most assisting team in all of the regular season here for Season 3. So definitely showing how they earned those marks in this one. So what do you think the big girls need to do to come away with Game 2 in this series?
Well, I think the big girls first need to settle down and step up their defense. They had a very good defense, one of the best in the league during the regular season. And I think if they step up their defense, focusing on getting their clears, they can try to push back and get a counterattack against this Privateer offense here. And then, of course, H, the MVP of the last game, he's definitely proving what a threat he is, and they're going to have to do something about him if they want to stay in this series.
Yeah, definitely something to look out for here. It's immediately going to be H getting a big 50-50 at midfield, giving some control to his team. Leveled with a bit of a whiff, but that almost throws the defense off. Molokova just about getting onto that save, and now it's up in the middle. Maklish gets there, puts it on goal, but looked like all three defenders are ready to save that one, so not too much of a chance there for the big girls. And now Leveled looking for a shot, isn't quite going to find it, falls to H instead, but he's beat on the wall by Johnny. Falls into the middle as well. Dangerous for the Privateers here. Not quite going to happen as Maklish nosedives into the wall. Molokova with a great pass into the middle. What a play.
Yeah, the double commit here by H and Level just really hurt. No one was in net to stop that final shot when it got through, and Class A just couldn't quite get there in time.
Yeah, very nearly, and much like in the first game, except this time it's the other way around. Big Girls getting the early lead in this one. We'll have to see if they can carry that forward, of course, after getting shut out in the first game. That is also their first goal of the series, so that might help boost morale a little bit there. So they're looking for another one. H is going to whiff. Maklish can't quite get it through Class A there. Well defended by him, and now it's Leveled. Going for a clear, but that is just going to give up possession. So now it's the big girls coming back the other way, looking for a second goal to their name. We lose the ball here. It's H putting it up off the backboard. Another double commit there from the big girls. That could be dangerous. They're still in control of this ball here, and they're looking much more in control of this game than the last one. So what's changed for them here?
Well, it's hard to say there's any one little thing. They're just getting better, better passes and starting to maintain control and possession of the ball. They're not giving the Privateers as much of a chance to break out their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely looking much better so far, and it's H on some offense here, but the big girls' defense has just been really solid here. I think this is the first bit of sustained offense the Privateers have had. H looks like a bit of an error there. Feels side flip, maybe. Class A getting up and backwards. Can't quite get it. Fortunate to be saved by the post on that one, and now he's looking for a clear here. Johnny booming it back in. That's also off the post. Molokova there to keep some pressure up. He's up in the air for it. Doesn't quite get around it. Now it's going to be a questionable touch from Leveled. H gets the save, but it's right to Molokova, who's off the crossbar. Johnny, off his teammate, is not quite going to find the back of the net. Cleared all the way into the other corner. I think the Privateers should probably feel kind of lucky to come away without a goal on that one.
Absolutely. They're keeping the ball in the corner here where it's not too much of a threat, but they're going to have to get it out of the corner to start their offense again, and that's where the big girls keep shutting them down.
Yeah, absolutely. I always like to talk about midfield defense, and we're seeing it very strong here from the big girls. Not giving anything the Privateers' way. And it's Johnny again winning a 50-50 at midfield. Ball is there for them in the middle. Johnny with the shot, and that's going to make it in.
I'll admit I was a little worried here. The big girls were very clustered in one corner of the field here, but they had some small, short passes that made it work there in the corner. Maklish passing it right to Johnny, and he was able to get the shot before the Privateers could adjust.
Very well played by them indeed, and with a minute and 45 left now, it's 2-0 to the big girls, so the opposite way we saw in the first one. Privateers are really going to need to find a way to get back into this one, but it's big girls looking to add to their total. What a pass from Molokova.
Wow. Yeah, passes are really all about doing something the other team doesn't expect and putting it in a position where your teammates can make the shot, and that was a perfect example of that. Molikova's touch faked out not one but two of the Privateers players and left the goal wide open for that shot.
That it did, so very effective. Making it known why he was a Season 1 All-Star. You're looking to add his name to the sheet again this year, but yeah, it's 3-0 for the big girls now. You're gonna have to see if the Privateers can get anything done here. Class A's up It's a good touch into the corner. We'll see if Macklish just controls the ball, keeps it out. Another double commit there from the Privateers, and we've seen that biting him a few times in this game. And now it's Macklish. Finds the ball in a wide open net, and it's 4-0 Big Girls.
Yep, when you're down by 3, Llama, it's hard to come back from that, especially with only a minute to go. So they were pushing up, trying to get a goal here pretty quickly, and it just came around and bit them. So it's just a risk you take when you're down by that much.
Yeah, absolutely. I always like to talk about, momentum goals at the end of the game as H gets demoed, which is definitely not going to help that front. But yeah, we'll have to see if the Privateers can get even one goal in this game. A shutout would definitely hurt them. We'll have to see if they can get anything going here, as it's H coming off the ceiling, nearly getting something done there. Class A keeps it in. That's all the Privateers players on retreat. Macklish looking for the pass to Molakoa. It's a good one. H just about gets that save done. But very nearly another spectacular passing play. A great save there from Macklish as well. Johnny gets up. Molakoa in the corner now. Wins a 50-50. H is no boost. Still gets the save done. Good effort from him for sure, but probably not going to matter here as it's just 5 seconds to go and a 4-0 lead. That is far from possible, and the ball's going to hit the ground here, and the series is drawn 1 apiece here between Privateers and Big Girls.
Yep, 1 apiece here, but it looks like the Privateers were starting to rally there at the very end, and I wouldn't underestimate just how much momentum they gained back from being able to hold off the Big Girls the last minute of that game. So I think they'll come out swinging here for the next one. I think it's going to get pretty close.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is the complete opposite of what we saw in the first game. Big Girls putting on 13 shots, which is honestly just a ridiculous number. Anything in double digits is impressive, and they're pretty far in there. So very strong offensive showing from them, and as well, 2 players with cycles, and Molakoa nearly getting a third. All he was missing was a goal for that one, so spectacular game from the Big Girls all around. So, I mean, did they just make everything work like you said between games, or was it more than that?
I think they just went back to playing fundamental Rocket League. They were able to keep the Privateers really on their back heels the whole match. They stayed in the offense a lot more, and they were a lot more aggressive. They played in the Privateers half the majority of the game. So obviously the Privateers are going to look to try and push back at the Big Girls here, push it back into their half and try to take a lot more shots, and we'll see which team succeeds. I'd look for the aggressiveness to come back and bite one of these teams pretty quickly.
Ooh,
We'll
very
see.
nearly happens there. Yeah, we will see indeed. It's now H looking for a bit of a dribble here. He's on it. Can't quite get around the ball for a flick. Molakoa with another demo. So these Privateers players are just getting hit hard so far. Nice physical gameplay from the Big Girls. Leveled, looking for a bit of a dribble. Finds the pass to H, but Molakoa just about getting in between the ball and the goal on that one. So good effort from him. H with a bit of control. Good job to get that across the field, but a couple of Big Girls players there to collect it. Now it's Class A looking for some offense. Gonna find the ball in the middle. Bit of a pass up to H. Doesn't really seem like he was ready for it. Another double commit there. We've seen a lot of double commits coming out of this Privateers team in the last couple of games here.
We have, and it's just a function of, I guess, the nerves playing in a game like this against such another high-level team. You want to try and beat them to the ball. You want to be as quick as possible. You try not to hesitate, but...
Oh, what a pass! Molakoa just puts it off the post. Big Girls very nearly getting it done on offense there, but we're still at 0-0. Leveled, looking to make something about that. Isn't quite going to happen, and it's back in the Big Girls' control here. Johnny doesn't quite get his dribble together. Loses the ball to Leveled. He's going to get it to the center. H is going to find the ball, and he's going to find the back of the net.
He is. And this just came out of the big rotations that the Big Girls are using. They're putting a lot of trust in their back man to be able to stop the ball. And when it's 2-on-1 like that, a quick pass off the backboard or the side can really hurt that last person.
Yeah, so it's more good Rocket League from the Privateers, but immediately Macklish.
Immediate. You can see how the Privateers were cheating up there to try and get an easy, quick goal, and it came back and bit them as even H, as their last man, pushed up and left the goal open for a quick shot.
Absolutely, Macklish definitely making a name for himself here, and another kickoff goal comes out for the big girls.
Wow. That's really a momentum shifter. 2 quick goals like that, it's definitely the game is turning in the big girls' favor, and the Privateers are going to have to work here to make sure that they can come back and stay in it mentally.
Yeah, the mental game is what it's all about here for this Privateers team. Macklish looking for a dribble here. He isn't going to get past H, but he is going to maintain control of the ball through Molikoa there. Johnny looking for a shot, is going to find one, but finds leveled first. But now the net is wide open. Molikoa buries another one.
Absolutely. That was just a poor pass from Class A right into the middle of the field that allowed the big girls to get a shot, which the only defender in the goal had to then go for the block. And he blocked the first one, but the follow-up from the Privateers just let the goal go right in.
Yeah, that it did, and we're only 2 minutes gone in this game. Already 4 goals, so definitely higher pace than the last couple of games. Higher scoring as well as leveled. It's a big boom and clear there, but doesn't look like anyone from his team is going to be able to get possession off it. Class A does come away with it. It's Molikoa back on the ball, going the other way, beats another double commit, and the net's wide open for him. We'll see if he can get it done. And he does.
And he does. Yeah. Both leveled and H pushing up, trying to get the goal. Class A was on the other side of the field, waiting for the pass that never came, and Molikoa just open net. He's not going to miss that.
Yeah, that he will not, and it's these double commits once again coming back to bite this Privateers team. Class A looking for a shot here is going to be just wide. He'll get it into the middle for both of his teammates. Look to be ready. Neither one had a great chance on it. Molikoa initially whiffs, but he does get control. Big demo in net from level. Not quite going to be able to capitalize here, and it's Molikoa once again on the ball. Coming off the ceiling, finds Johnny. Can't quite get it done. Privateers looking for some offense of their own. H with a good pass into the middle. Class A gets himself turned around for the dunk on Molikoa. Not quite on goal or enough power to get past that defense. Molikoa very nearly makes it a hat trick. Not quite going to fall. Now it's H getting up. Molikoa is there again. Both ends of the field for this guy. He's just coming to his own in this game for sure.
Absolutely. He's been everywhere on the field, on offense and defense, and he's really been a force for these big girls, leading them as they're fighting here. And
yeah, I mean, he has been super strong, making a case for himself here. Johnny puts it off the post. There's only a minute to go. Privateers still down by 3. Big girls win here. We'll give them a 2-1 lead in the series. Put them on match point level. Looking to get something done. Just misses wide. Class A is going to get a great shot past all the defenders, and Privateers are just about in this one.
they could still do it here. Again, the wide rotation. Macklish was going up for the shot and for the clear, and just barely missed the ball, leaving the small opening in the net that the Privateers managed to thread it through. And they're still in this. 2 goals in 45 seconds is easily doable, but I'd look them to try and get pretty aggressive here to see if they can force one in and have enough time to get that last goal in. They need this 1 goal here so they can play into the 0 seconds.
Yeah, they'll have to look for some big girls-esque kickoff goals, I think, to pull this one out. But Johnny with a big booming clear. Molikoa just keeping the ball straight up is a great way to kill some time, play well with the lead. It's H looking for the goal to keep them in this one. Not quite happening. There's only 10 seconds left now, so a goal needs to happen now. H Might just about get it done here. Oh, Johnny with a great touch keeps it just over him, denies the double touch. And that should spell the end of this game. Big Girls are going to take the lead in the series here going into game 4.
Absolutely, and it looks like the momentum's all on the big girls' side for these past 2 games. The Privateers only having 4 shots, putting up a ridiculous 6 saves, but still wasn't enough to hold off the big girls' offense.
Yeah, I mean, saves are just going to kind of come to you when you're giving the other team 10 shots on goal there. Another cycle coming out for Molikoa, making up for the one he missed in the last one, so every player pulling their weight in this series for the big girls.
Mm-hmm.
So Privateers now on elimination point from the season, so to speak. All right, and I have just heard in my ear bit of a match update here. Phoenix Arising has gone for a clean sweep of Heka's Space Boys, so that team will be making it to our finals to meet the winner of this one. Big Girls looking to stamp their ticket in the next game here as they've got a double match point. Privateers need 2 just to stay alive.
It was interesting that the last game was decided by 2 goals when the big girls had 2 quick kickoff goals there right in a row. So discounting the 2 goals, it would have been an even match. So I'd be interested to see here how the Privateers adjust to being able to hold off those quick attacks off the kickoff. And if they can do that, they definitely prove that they can keep in it against the big girls' offense.
Yeah, absolutely, and they will need to get that done because this is their season point, so to speak. Lose this one and they're out. Molikoa looking to drive the point home early as it's Johnny up and off the backboard. Class A just about gets up to deny that double touch. He's there to collect the pass at midfield, beats Molikoa, but a big, probably unintentional bump there coming out as a result of the little pop dribble. Another double commit there as Class A flies at a ball that he really didn't have anything for. Turning into some offense here as Macklish just about collects that off the backboard, but gets beat by the defender Molikoa. Putting another one off the backboard. Macklish is there for that one, not quite online. Ball into leveled now. To make something happen, but he gets demoed and loses the ball, so big emphatic way to shut down that offense. But H collects a bit of a flubbed clear, and that's an early lead for the Privateers.
Yep, he just kept following the ball. Molikoa pushed up maybe a little bit too far there and got underneath the ball, and that gave enough room for the Privateers to dunk it past him.
Yeah, very, very strong offense there from the Privateers, and they are going to take the early lead in this one. Of course, we saw them take the early lead in the last series and then give up 2 fast quick-off goals, so I suppose in that regard, they are already doing a little bit better than the last time they scored. So, got that going. At least a demo comes out there. We'll have to see if it can turn into a goal. Level just misses the shot on that one. Can't quite get around it. Molikoa there for a big clear. Good recovery by the big girls, but they're playing from behind, which is a position that they really haven't been in quite a few games. A whiff comes out there from the Privateers. Class A gets good save and then faked, so it's a 50-50 on that, but we take those. So H now looking for some offense, is going to get a good clear, finds Class A in the middle. Molikoa is parked on the goal line and makes that save. Going to turn it the other way, but there's no one rotating with him. It's going to be Macklish there to pick up a missed clear. Now it's more Privateers offense coming out. Molikoa just kind of gives the ball away. Leveled. Hits it into his own corner, but there are no big girls players there, so that's adequate from him. Double commit there and a big demo. Johnny is off the post, and then he clears it. Really unfortunate from him. Just couldn't quite get it done. Some Privateers offense coming here, but yeah, the Privateers are looking a lot better in this game.
They definitely are, and I don't know how much has changed on the Privateers, or if it's just that they're not playing from behind anymore. They don't have the 2 kickoff goals coming out to to hurt them. So I think they're just playing the game that they've been playing, and this time it's paying off.
Yeah, well, paying off indeed, as there's under 2 minutes to go, and they still have the lead in this one. H looking to add to it here with a pass to Leveled. He finds the backboard, and that finds Class A. What a play from the whole Privateers team on that one.
Absolutely. They had a beautiful pass off the backboard, Leveled pass into Class A, and Class A was able to beat Johnny to the ball, just getting higher than him and being able to dunk it down over him. The guy in the goal really had no chance of being able to react that quickly, and jump up and block it.
Yep, well, very good from the Privateers now. Minute and a half to go, and they've got a 2-0 lead in this one. H with a great little touch there coming off the ceiling. I didn't expect him to get that one, but he proved me wrong, and now it's Leveled. Potential for more. Class A with a bit of a whiff. H also with a bit of a whiff, and it's, it's Johnny putting it back into the middle for the Privateers. Not quite the right team there. Class A with a clear on the goal line. 60 seconds to go in this one. Big Girls need to make something happen pretty fast here. Leveled gets a good dunk there. Molakoa is there for it. Molakoa making some offense happen there. What a redirect by Macklish. But H was barely ready for it. But still ready. Putting a close one in the chat. Class A now looking to get some offense here. H, oh, can't quite find the goal. Leveled gets dunked. Now going to be Macklish looking for the ball. He's going to find the backboard, but Molakoa gets demoed, and that just completely destroys this rotation coming out here. 20 seconds to go now. Big Girls need goals, and they need them now.
Absolutely, but it doesn't look like the Privateers are going to give it to them, as they've kept up the attack here. They definitely aren't trying to play defensively, even with a 2-goal lead. They risk overcommitting, but they seem to have done well at communicating and always having someone back enough to save the ball here as the game wraps up and the Privateers take it, sending us to our Game 5.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a very exciting Game 5 indeed. Both of these teams showing some dominance. Big Girls, of course, getting shut out again in that one, 2-0, much like the first game of the series. Well, this one was a bit less dominant from the Privateers, I think, in terms of shot line. But
a bit less dominant, but the Privateers they definitely held up their defense a little bit better this game. They didn't let the Big Girls take as many shots, but 5 shots is nothing to shake a stick at. The Big Girls definitely had chances to score, and the Privateers maybe had a little luck on their side. As they were able to hold off the Big Girls' offense.
Yeah, they were just about able to hold it off in that one. Some close calls for sure, but they made it work, and we are going to Game 5 now, so it's all to play for. Basically turns this into a best-of-1 series at this point, but the Privateers are coming in with some momentum. Coming off a big win in that one after a couple of difficult losses, so they'll definitely be looking to get something going probably pretty quick here.
I'm sure they will. One thing they were definitely doing more this past game than they were the rest of the series. They were being a little more aggressive with their bumps and demos. They started looking for that one person back to try and knock him out of the way and leave an open net. The wide rotations the Big Girls really leave that open.
Oh. Yeah, and very fast there. 15 seconds in, Leveled nearly gets a fantastic aerial, but it's going to be Class A. Back another 4 seconds on the clock, and he gets it done.
Yep, and the Privateers strike pretty quick here. I don't know if Macklish was just still getting set up in goal and didn't have enough boost or what, but he was just a little slow getting to that ball, and that gave the Privateers the opportunity they needed.
Yeah, and they definitely capitalized on it, and we saw in the last game that the Big Girls seemed to struggle in playing from behind. The only time they made that comeback was with their kickoff goal situation there in game, was that game 3? Game 4? I lost count. There's too many games already. It's going to be Leveled, looking for some offense here. It's going to get shut down at midfield, but all the players from the Privateers are there in this one. Class A is up. Class A can't quite get the ball on net there. H is still in it, gets a boomer of a shot from a ridiculous angle there. Did not imagine him getting that much power, but Molokova beats one, fakes the rest, but he's stuck in the corner now and can't quite get the ball out to his teammates. Another double commit comes out from the Privateers there. And they're all in the exact same spot here. So is that just a communication issue, you think? Or is that something a bit more here as Macklish is saved off the line by H.
I think it's definitely a communication error. You almost get to a point when you're playing with the same people that you think you know what someone's going to do without them saying it. So sometimes if you do something unexpected, it can catch your teammates off guard. So they might need to step back and start calling passes and shots a little bit more, calling who's getting the ball just to make sure that they don't have any crucial double commits here.
Yeah, and we've seen them get bit by double commits plenty of times in this series, but they are just in this one still. Probably lucky to stay alive after some of those, but a bit of a weird double whiff situation at midfield. Gonna give the ball to the Privateers here on offense. Class A looking for some sort of ceiling pinch, and then he lands on the ball. Sure, why not? H now bumps Class A, so all sorts of communication problems here for the Privateers, but they're somehow still in control of this ball. Maybe the big girls need to look to capitalize on those communication issues just a bit more.
Absolutely, and the Privateers pushed up pretty far here. The big girls weren't able to get a giant clear, but they were still able to push it back into the Privateers' half here.
Yeah, so solid play from them. Looking for the game-tying goal here. As we have now crossed the midpoint in this game. Class A, good pass to level, but Molokova is able to get his car up for it. H is looking for the clear as his teammate gets demoed rotating back in. Smart from Class A to kind of rotate out and let his teammate take that back man spot. He's looking for a shot. Not quite going to find one. It's there for Macklish if he can get it on goal.
Oh.
Looked like it was just off the post, and the Privateers are able to get a car on it anyway. But very, very good look there from the big... Oh! What a redirect from H. That was insane. Slightly upset at Molokova for saving that because I just wanted to watch that replay, but... You know, you got to do what you got to do here in the playoffs. Maybe in the regular season you let that one go, but either way, Privateers looking for some more offense. It's going to be H. Molokova. How is he there for everything? Looked like he was falling off the wall and just so happened to like land where the ball was going. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he's just on such a high level of thinking that he's got it all planned out. But H finds a Bardowski.
Yeah, he found an open net there as Johnny ends up hitting it directly to H and giving him the open net.
Almost missed it, but just gets it in under the bar. Probably there for a follow-up anyway. These players are good. They can do things like that. Class A.
Oh.
Big Girls-esque kickoff. Yeah, nailing the coffin potentially. There is just over a minute to go. 3-0 lead is hard to surmount, and we've seen this Big Girls team struggling all day to play from behind. So the Privateers looking for a little comeback here in this series to meet Phoenix Arising in our grand finals here. What do the Big Girls need to do in this last minute to come away with 3 goals?
Well, 3 goals in 55 seconds. They're just going to have to start getting aggressive. They're going to have to push up. They might have to take a guy away from the net, have the third man push up a little bit further. It'll leave them vulnerable to a quick counterattack, but they're going to have to take that chance if they want to score 3 goals here pretty quickly.
Yeah, but they've already burned through almost half of their allotted time to score 3 goals. I have the number of 8 seconds stuck in my head as the time that you need to score a goal in Rocket League, so if they need 3 8-second goals here, they are just out of time. We're under 20 seconds to go. Molokova looking to make something happen here. It's going to be a wide open net. Macklish gets the goal steal there, but might very well be a case of too little too late here.
Yeah, a good flick from Molokova is able to get it past H, and Macklish is there just to ensure that it goes in. But 13 seconds, 2 goals. They've proven they can do it, but we'll watch for Macklish to cheat up here and see if he can get a hit on it. Yeah,
but it's going to be H winning the ball at midfield off the kickoff. Clock is ticking down here. Macklish gets demoed along with the playoff dreams of this big girls team here, as they're going to fall to the Privateers 3-2. And the Privateers are going to the finals.
Yes, they are. And it's certainly shaping up to be a good finals here. I'm excited to watch the Privateers. They definitely seem to be in top form here. Not so much at the beginning of this series, but they've definitely warmed up and are ready to go.
Yeah, they got it sorted out for the end of that series, and they did end up coming away with the comeback victory. So, yeah, big congratulations to them for making it to the finals, and another big congratulations to the big girls for making it this far. Nice little tie for third place here, and of course, big boy Johnny, good season for him, and all his teams making it pretty far. So, redeeming themselves a little bit after losing their bet last season. So. Yep, we'll have to see how these finals pan out. But first, I believe it is time to announce our All-Stars. Not sure exactly what the plan is for this, so I don't know if McBoop wants to come in here and tell you guys what's going on.
Just read it as fast as you can.
All right, we're gonna speed run this. So we're gonna start off
just
here.
First letter, just the first letter of everything, and let them figure it out. That's the plan.
All right, well, the first letter of your GM of the season starts with an H.
I think there's only one.
I think there is only one
that
GM
one out.
that starts with an H.
Congratulations to Hecka on winning GM of the year. If you hadn't figured that one out, I believe he is in chat. If you want to write out your victory speech, we'll wait.
Yeah, so big congratulations to Hecka. Of course, we've seen all his teams doing pretty well here in the finals. Of course, Space Boys just coming up a bit short in our semifinal here off stream. Of course, they're having some issues with getting all their players together, so bit of a sour ending to the season. But yeah, we did see the Sky Boys, I believe, coming away with our crown in the major leagues. So very good job to them and to Hecka.
Yeah, Hecka's first year as a GM, taking over for Salvo. Big congrats to be able to take over a dynasty like that and come away with one league title.
I do also think, for what it's worth, that keeps our streak alive of now 3 straight seasons where a first-time GM has won our GM of the season.
I will take your word for that.
Worth. I mean, it was Wheelchair last season. The first season, everyone was a first-time GM.
Yeah.
I think that was CD. So, Hecka's joining good company there, and big congrats to him. Can throw it over to General Mills here if he wants to read off our Fire Division MVP for the season.
All right, our Fire Division MVP of the season.
Well, which league? Premier League. We're starting at the top.
We're starting at the bottom.
You can start wherever you want to start. I was going
to start at the top because that's how reading works.
Is that one at the top? Yeah. That's fine.
Who made this?
I don't know. Who made that?
We'll jump into the one that I know everyone cares about the most here, and that's our minor leagues here. Fire Division MVP.
We're at the bottom now. Now we're here.
Well, like I
Drake
said,
references.
This is what everyone was waiting for. We're going to skip ahead here, give the people what they want.
Premier and majors don't matter.
Minor leagues, it should come as no surprise. The Fire Division MVP really coming in clutch for his team. Redwater just demonstrating some outstanding play here for his team, and he is very deserving of this MVP award.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a solid season from him. We saw him in the playoffs, and yeah, it was just an all-around good season for him. So big congrats that way. And then our Leaves Division MVP, who is also going to be our overall minor league for the MVP, might not come as too much of a surprise to you guys, but that title is going to go to Gamatatsu. So big congrats to him for getting both the Leaves Division MVP and the overall minor league MVP for Season 3 here. So yeah, big congrats to him. And then all that's left is to announce our remaining 4 players joining them in our All-Star game. So that's going to be player number 1 is Rumble. I believe he was in chat earlier as well. so he can give a bit of a victory speech. See about that one. Player number 2. You want to read that one off, General Mills here?
All right, I'll be more than happy to give a shout out to my boy Ty Killa. He killed it this season and really earned his spot here in the All Stars, leading our team.
Yeah, so very good season from him. And then our second to last player going to be I'm Just Buck. Another very good season from him. And then our final player. You want to go ahead and read that one out?
Our final player coming in for the minor league All Stars, rounding out the All Star roster, is primed. Congratulations.
Yep, so
Yeah,
now
our
all
dear
those
friend and
players-
fellow caster, Mr. Primed.
Yeah, dear friend and fellow caster, Mr. Primed.
Should be noted that all three of TY Killer, I'm Just Buck, and Primed all received 9 votes to get those final 3 spots. So congratulations to them. Gamatatsu had 18.
Yeah, he really blew it out of the water this season.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, clearly a very, 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 very good player.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if he moves anywhere coming in the coming season. But if you do want to see more of all those players, you can tune in on Wednesday, same time, same place for our All-Star Day festivities. Hopefully, all 6 of those players will be able to make it.
Yeah, if you're listening to the stream and you just heard your name and you can't make it, please let me know.
Yeah, let McBoop know so he can do something about it. I can't make it, so I'll be watching from elsewhere. So yeah, I think should be a great day. Always fun seeing all the All-Stars play, but our next step will have to be to hop into our major leagues, I guess, since we're going from the bottom to the top here. So we'll start off with our Major League Fire Division MVP, and that's going to go to Dominipple. Longtime ORSA veteran. So I think he took season 2 off and now he's back for season 3, so yeah, good to see him doing well here.
That it is. And then for our Major League Division leaves MVP and the overall Majors MVP goes to Sebastian.
Yeah, that it does. So very good season from him. And then rounding out that All-Stars roster, in addition to Dominipple and Sebastian, we're going to have Zero Therm, going to have DYP, we're going to have Creature, and it's going to be Melted. All rounding that one out. So big congrats to all of those players on a great season, and hopefully you'll see them all Wednesday as well.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, and then finally, last but not least, Premier League MVP announcements and as well Premier League All-Stars. So this season, it was a strong season for a lot of players here. So Fire Division MVP, as well as overall Premier League MVP for Season 3. I can probably give you the first letter of this one as well, and it would clue you into who it is. That's a W. I don't know how many other W players there are in our Premier League, but Wallados is going to take away the Fire Division MVP and the overall Premier League MVP for Season 3.
Absolutely. And even if you didn't give him the first letter, it's hard to argue with the performance he put up this season. Absolutely astounding.
Yeah.
Coming in with the Leaves division, we actually have a tie here. Co-MVPs goes to 2 people that we just saw duel it out on the pitch, H and Molokoa.
Yeah. Definitely a tie there, and there is one more important tie coming up here. So in our Premier League All-Stars, we got Wallados, of course. We got Molokoa as well, making it in from the Leaves division. H actually did not make the cut for our All-Stars roster here. But we are going to have joining Wallados and Molokoa here. We're going to have a dead cow, so shout out to a dead cow.
Yeah, definitely shout out to a dead cow.
Always shout out to a dead cow. Good season from him. Then joining him, we're going to have Bismarck, who's also had a very solid season. And as well, I believe joined on with staff this season to help us out. So all around super season for him. Definitely appreciate all the help. And then our last spot is actually going to be a tie here. So this is we've had some discussions here, and upon